What's going on, guys? My name is James Collects and I'm both a nerdy collector and an eBay reseller. Elliot over at the Retro Future unboxed one of these a little while ago, where he was cleaning Game Boy compartments and components and everything else. So with that being said, I thought, well, I buy stuff, I sell stuff. This might actually be quite handy for myself. So I ended up buying one. The cost was not that great. It was only £17 including delivery, and the cleaner was just over £13. I think it was £13 and 2p. So it's supposed to hold 1 litre of water, and you're supposed to use the cleaner at 10:1 from memory anyway. But it is an ultrasonic cleaner. So, right, plastic cover, lid, on button, stainless steel, blah 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 blah. Danger of electric shock, basically don't do that. Detergents and everything else. So it's supposed to cause tiny vibrations in order to get the debris off, which I'm quite pleased about. So I bought this directly from the eBay link that Elliot left in his video. I would do exactly the same in case this is actually useful. The cleaner is this particular one. Oxidation removal ultrasonic solution for removing oxidation from metals including iron, copper, tin, aluminium and stainless steel. Formulated and manufactured in the UK. Well, hey, Brexit. Right, so 10:1. So we've got to put just under a litre of water in here, and we're going to put some bits in here to clean as well. Oh, so that's about 10:1. We have a few things. We've got a Game Boy Advance shell. Literally just ripped the screen off of it. As you guys can see, the colour is nowhere near as good as it's supposed to be. It's supposed to look like that. Yeah, this is without a doubt one of the dirtiest Game Boy pockets, Game Boy Advances, sorry, that I've ever picked up. So this should hopefully just about fit, and it does. Okay, next up we do have an old surfing Pikachu figure from the 90s. As you guys can see, it's a bit dirty. We're going to put that in there as well. We have a couple of old Lego pieces. You guys can see it is covered in dirt and debris and muck and everything else. So they're going in. We have an old car which it looks like it's just yellowed over time. Could be the smokers yellowing, I'm not too sure. So we've got metal, plastic and everything else in between. That's going in. Then we have the guts from a Game Boy Advance 2. The colouring isn't too bad, so it's just a bit of light dirt, which to be honest that would come off in a wipe, but I want to see how good these all come up. So we'll put that in, put the lid on. Right, so we are back in the room. We've had 2 cycles of 5 minutes, and we've had 5 minutes of everything just sitting in there, just pickling really. I'm going to wear gloves just to be on the safe side. It does say that the this liquid here is corrosive, so just to be on the safe side, there's no harm in wearing some gloves. So let's have a look at our little Lego man first. He looks quite decent, to be fair, although he wasn't that bad to begin with. I left everything on in the hope that I could then pull something out and you'd see the contrast of the dirty to the clean. But that doesn't seem to have worked too well. So let's put him back together and we'll pull something else out of the pot. So let's go for the other Lego man. Again, it was only really surface stuff. There's still a little bit here. See that horrible gunk there? That's now on the glove. But again, that is just falling off. So it could work as a pre-cleaner, I suppose. Okay, just put him to one side. But he does look okay. I wouldn't expect it to get sticker off anyway, because that's a completely different residue. So look at the car. Yeah, that's still quite dirty. That I wasn't expecting miracles though. So there's a funky smell coming out of this. Wow, that's like brick cleaner. Okay, and we'll be sticking that back in as well. Let's have a look at this. Now, I think this might need something more abrasive than just my hand. Yeah, definitely something a little bit more abrasive. It smells like it's cleaning it anyway. Let's give it a bit more of a scratch. Anything? No. I think what I might do is, once I've cleaned up all this, because I've just let this all drip all over the worktop. Pikachu looks exactly the same. I think we'll stick everything on a couple more cycles, to be honest. You can see that there's debris at the bottom, so it's obviously cleaning something off. What else do we have? That wasn't that bad to begin with, to be fair, but that's all completely off. It needs a rinse though. Everything in here will need a rinse prior to use. Same again, that's not that bad. Okay, none of that is that bad, so we're all going to stick it back in. There you go, stick it all back in again. Actually, let's take the Lego man apart. That should aid its cleaning. It wasn't quite having the effect that I wanted, to have that real contrast between the two. So that's that. We're going to stick that in there as well. I'm just going to take this off, and we are going to stick in this very, very dirty £1 coin. I'm hoping a guy... there you go. You can see the difference now. That's not too bad. That is absolutely filthy. So, just with the liquid that's on my fingers, it's not looking too great. It's not coming up that well. That's not too bad. That's absolutely filthy. So, we'll stick that in there as well. We'll get rid of that. I'm going to have a quick tidy up and stick it back on. So another 15 minutes has passed. We've done the same again. We've let it run through while being active twice for 5 minutes each time, and then letting it soak for another 5 minutes with nothing on whatsoever. So let's have a look and see how everything is looking. Well, we know the Game Boy parts are all going to be absolutely fine. So let's get to the dirty stuff, which is going to be this bad boy, which, you know what, I wasn't having much hope for this as it was, but yeah, it's not going to come up any better, I don't think. I think it's had its day. It may be worth a reshell, but it would need to be sanded down, I would have thought, because that's just vile. Then again, it's probably going to be as clean as it is ever going to be. So, still some glue residue, which is absolutely fine. This is not a sticky off product, so that's to be expected. But sticky off is an absolutely fantastic product if you ever do have sticky residue you want to get off. So, okay, that's not going to get any better, but that was to be expected. The smell isn't as acidic as it was before. It's definitely a lot nicer. And our £1 coin is clean again. Look at that. Well, it's almost clean. It's not 100%, but it's a damn sight better than what it was. Okay. So that got all of that horrible grubbiness off. Let's check the car, which... let's give it a little bit of a rub. I think it's had its day, this car, to be fair. Again, I wasn't expecting much. It probably does need retro bright on it rather than this type of cleaning, but it was worth a try to see how it comes up. so I just need to dry everything and then we'll go from there. Right, Pikachu, my friend. It's still looking very, very similar. But then again, a lot of those marks seem to be almost embedded onto the figure itself. So that was to be expected. But yeah, it's not looking too bad. I'm trying to work out what that smell reminds me of. So let's get out a Lego piece. That's absolutely fine. That's as clean as a whistle. What was dirty? I think the heads were dirty, weren't they? Ah, it reminds me of bubbles. I couldn't think of what it was. It reminds me of blowing bubbles. So as you guys can see, the head is nice and clean. The face is still intact. Same with that one, nice and clean on top. Let's have a look inside. Components, nice and clean, ready to be reused. I am tempted to do a spray job on some of my advances. So this is looking good, but then again, it wasn't the dirtiest to begin with. Again, sticker is still intact. The rest of it, to be honest, is looking good, considering this is from a lot of some really dirty Lego pieces. So they weren't that bad, to be fair, the ones that I picked up to go into this particular one. But yeah, that can all now, I don't know, be dried off, be rinsed in nice clean water, and we can go about our business. So as I said earlier, the links to all of this will be down in the description below. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and I will see you lovely lot in the next video. Good gaming and happy collecting, and have fun cleaning. Adios.